Alright, so this is Algebra 1. We're on lesson 1-3, expressions with variables. How do I transform some sentence over here in words into an expression? Again, an expression doesn't have any equal signs. Pretty straightforward here. Alright, so these guys are pretty easy. If I have the sum of something and something, those somethings, it doesn't matter the order, because you have the commutative property of addition. Let's just go ahead and write that out here on the sides. I'm going to do this in green. This is called the commutative property of addition. All right, commutative. This is a hard word. Anyone want to try to take a stab and take a guess? What do they think commutative means in this context? So commutative just means that you can commute. Like if you say, oh man, the commute this morning was really bad. It's you going from one place to another. In mathematics, commutative just means switching. They can switch places. So commutative means this box and this box could switch and it will still be the same answer. You're allowed to switch them. So that's why I said that the order does not matter for adding. So all of these, and we're going to write this down also, all of these turn into whatever box you had plus whatever box. So the sum of something and something, something more than something, something increased by something, something plus something, you just add them together. Pretty straightforward. Hopefully there aren't too many questions there. You don't need to know the commutative property of addition for the test. I just want you to know that's where it comes from. All right, multiplying also, the order does not matter. You can have the time symbol, the little dot symbol, the parentheses here. It doesn't matter for the order. They're all box times box. So you can write over here, this is box times box. The order doesn't matter. You can switch those two. It's still the same. It's the same rule, commutative property, but instead of addition, you can change it down here to, this is what we like to do in mathematics when we're lazy. You say everything above of multiplication. So it's the commutative property of multiplication. You can switch them. It's okay. So the product of something and something, something times something, something multiplied by something, all of those mean multiply. This is the part that I think we're going to get hung up on, is where order does matter. And let's go ahead and do a giant red star over here on this first one. This is the hardest one on this whole list. It's the one where it's reversed. Something less than something else. And I have different shapes here to let you know that it does matter what's going on here. If I say, for example, don't write this down, so please don't write this down. If I say 1 less than 4, if I just said that to you out loud, what would you say that is? Is it -3 or is it +3? I need to quiet raise hand. 1 less than 4 is what, Fernando?
-3.
All right, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you guys agree with Fernando? I see some people that switched. It's actually incorrect. 1 less than 4, but that's okay. You can still get your XP. 1 less than 4. So if I had 4 apples and I took 1 less from 4 apples, that means I'm taking 1 away from 4. I'm left with 3. So 1 less than 4, that turns it into 3. But all of these other ones, you just do this minus this. So triangle minus square, triangle minus square, triangle minus square. I mean, this one even says minus for me. But this is the only one where it's reversed. This is 4 minus 1. It's reversed. Okay, so let's undo all of that. Over here on the side, let's go ahead and say these are all going to be, what's going on here? These are all going to be triangle minus square. The order does matter. It has to be triangle first. That's why this one is reversed. Whenever you see something less than something, in your mind, switch those two numbers so that you're taking the second number, subtracting the first number. It's that triangle subtracting the square. Triangle subtracting the square. Perfect. And finally, dividing. Pretty straightforward here. The order is not going to trip you up. It's the quotient of something and something, and something divided by something. And this is also going to be, you can either write this one of two ways. Here's the first way. You can say a fraction, like this, or you can do it with a division symbol. So you can say, or you can do it with a triangle divided by square. Both of them are acceptable. I prefer, Mr. Sandell's preference is the fraction, but this one is perfectly valid as well. All right, that's the part of the notes, but we're going to play with some examples that we're going to have to write down. Are there any questions about how to translate these? Any questions on which ones you reverse? All right, so this is what I'm literally going to do. Oh, come on now. I'm going to go to Khan Academy and show you how I build examples. Actually, let's just, I don't know why that's sticking. Well, this is what we're going to deal with. Sorry about that. So, let's scroll down here using the bar instead of the trackpad. Let's write down this following example. So this is going to be example number 1. Let's just say, write the expression of, and then we'll say the quotient of 4 and 2. All right, how would you write that? Go ahead and do it now if you think you know. And maybe you should write it now even if you don't know, and then you can write the correct one on the side if it's incorrect. What is the quotient of 4 and 2? Write down that expression, and if you want, you can simplify it too. Let me walk around and see how we're doing. Looks like about half of us got it. Few people didn't write things, few people got it wrong. So this one is just going to be 4 divided by 2. Or you could have done 4 divided by 2. Either of those would have been fine, and that simplifies to 2 if you want to simplify it. Let's try another one. Let's try just a different one, not necessarily a harder one. Let's see, which one of these am I going to choose? Let's do example 2. Rewrite this one. Difference of 9 and negative 13. Go ahead and try it out. Let me see your work as I walk around. A lot of people are setting it up correct, and then the double negatives is confusing us. So I see a lot of people doing this. 9 minus negative 13. So that is the correct way of setting it up. But then what is 9 minus negative 13? Quiet raise hand if you have an answer. 9 minus negative 13. I see one person knows how to do this. 2 people know how to do this. 3 people, 4 people. Andres, go for it.
Negative 4.
Equals negative 4. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Agree, disagree? Some thumbs up, some thumbs down. All right, so who had a thumbs down? Sergio, you had a thumbs down? Why did you do a thumbs down?
Because one is negative and another is a positive, so the difference is large.
Okay, so it should be a big number, not a small number like 4. Yeah, so when negatives kiss, it turns into a positive.
Yeah,
So 9 plus 13, and then we can
that's
come back here. 9 plus 13. Andres, do you want to try to fix your answer? 22. What about now, guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Agree, disagree? 22. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Not everyone is voting, so you don't get the XP on that. Oh, now some people are voting. Okay. Yeah, it is 22. Thank you. Let's do one final example. This is going to be the harder one. So this is going to be our final example, example 3. Let's do the product of four and we'll say 8 divided by x. This is the hardest type of problem that I can ask on the quiz, on the test, where I do 2 of these and I combine them. I don't think I ever ask for 3 of these. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, I can combine these, one inside the other. So go ahead and give this one a shot. See if you can do it. Let me see what you guys are thinking of. A lot of people are getting this one. Anyone want to volunteer for XP? Yeah, Jose?
Okay, so I got 4 times 8 divided by x.
4 times 8 like this?
And put the x on the bottom.
Like that?
Yeah.
Alright, what do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? If everyone votes, everyone can get that 10 XP. Everyone is giving me a thumbs up that I see. So first of all, Jose, yes. Select all. 10 XP. And I forgot, who was the one that answered last time? Sergio. That's right. Sergio, you not only did that, but you also caught the student error. And then Andres eventually got the answer correct. All right, now I should be up to date. Perfect. So yeah, that's correct. Do we remember? Oh yeah, what's up?
Can you do like then 32 divided by x?
Oh yeah, so you can simplify it, right? Yeah, so this can turn into 32 divided by x, and that will simplify it also. So that's how you write the expression, and that's how you simplify the expression. Thank you, Sergio. All right, I need a fist of 5, and this is also for 10 XP. If everyone gives me a fist of 5, how comfortable are we with types of problems like example 3? Example 3 was a little bit hard, so I'm expecting lower numbers, but maybe you are comfortable. All right, let me try. Okay, we ran out of room, but let's go to the back of the piece of paper. For me, I'm just going to go onto a new page like this. So let's do example 4 here. I want to know what the quotient of the sum okay, sorry. Let's cross this out. Quotient of 3 and the sum of letter B. So I'm going to walk around the room, see if you guys are doing this one okay. This one is interesting to see what you guys are putting. All right, so this is what I'm seeing. You don't need to write any of this down that I'm writing in green now. So this is just what I observed. I saw a lot of people go like this. 3 divided by 4 plus b, which is interesting. I also saw some people that did this. I saw some 3 divided by 4 plus b. I also saw this, 4 plus b divided by 3. I'm trying to think, what else did I see people do? I think, is there anyone else that has an answer that's not up here that I can write down? I think this was most of us, though. All right. One of these is correct. Some of them are not correct. So this idea works. 3 divided by 4 plus b. It can be improved, though, because the sum of 4 plus b is it's like one statement right here. The sum of 4 plus b. So this 4 plus b, the way that we could fix this answer is by putting parentheses around it, and then it would have worked. If you put parentheses around here, you had the answer correct. Because 4 plus b, the sum of 4 plus b, that's like one solid text block. And then you're basically doing the quotient of this number and everything that's over here in this block. So that's why I put parentheses here, which means that 3 divided by 4 plus b, this was correct. This is correct with parentheses, but this is incorrect. And that's, well, yeah, someone tell me why that's incorrect. Quiet raise hand. Why is this third answer incorrect? Sergio.
It's backwards.
It's backwards. How so?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 on the top and the bottom 4.
Yeah, so the top and bottom got reversed. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. All right. Maybe our score went up. Maybe our score went down. Fist of 5 again. Example 4. How comfortable do we feel with it? Fist of 5. It's a higher average score. All right. That's all we're going to do. I know you have a little bit of space on the back still, so go ahead and write your summary. Maybe you want to talk about things that you need to avoid in the future, things that were new from this lesson. Maybe you knew everything. I don't know. All right. And yeah, that concludes the video.